Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very exciting Princess Cruises webinar. My name is Danielle, and I'm the Trade Relations Manager here at CLIA, and just going to quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. The webinar will run about 45 minutes, and we will have time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we will get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. We will be recording the webinar, and we will also be posting it on our YouTube channel, CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Carmen Roig. A 30-plus-year veteran of the cruise industry, Carmen joined Princess Cruises as Vice President of Sales in March 2022. In this capacity, she oversees the cruise line's trade relationship, business development teams, and also serves as the authority across all sales modalities, including web, contact centers, and onboard. Over the years, Carmen has been recognized as a leader in the industry, constantly moving forward with innovation and an unyielding commitment to the travel advisor community. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce Carmen. And Carmen, feel free to take it away.
Excellent. Thank you, Danielle. It's wonderful to be here with everybody. As Danielle mentioned, I'm Carmen Roig, the VP of Sales for Princess Cruises in North America, and I joined the amazing Princess family and team in March of this year. So coming on 6 months, and I'm super excited to be able to share really the future because we are riding the wave. By the way, if you didn't get the memo, cruising is back, and we are so excited. Last week, effective the 6th of September, we went out, made some changes to protocol, long overdue for all of us, as you know, and we're welcoming everyone on board. So with our cruise health guidelines and updated, really, really simple. I think all of us would agree the past 2.5 years have been a challenge. So we need to just get past it and come back to some sense of normalcy. So we have decided fully vaccinated guests age 5 and over will no longer be required to test for COVID-19 prior to embarkation. This was huge. From the moment that we announced it, phones were ringing off the hook. People are excited. Now, unvaccinated guests age 5 and over will be welcome still, but they just have to make sure they have a negative test. So no more unvaccinated thresholds. I think you guys remember, right? CDC telling us you get a 5% unvaccinated, 10%. How do you keep that in order? Very, very difficult. I'm a true believer that if you keep it simple and make it easy to be a global citizen, folks will come on board and sail with us. So before you board, your clients will simply upload proof of vaccination or a negative test result when completing their ocean-ready steps. And as always, I tell everybody, please visit princess.com where our cruise health FAQs are, frequently asked questions, because that is our go-to place where you can find the latest and greatest information. We've got to admit things change time and time again. But what I will tell you, the commitment we've made is to be here to help you and your clients. Some of the voyages have enhanced requirements, so there'll always be a friendly Princess representative that will contact your clients, including Panama Canal Transit. So we had a lot of folks ask me, what are the specific voyages? So it's Transocean and other special itineraries. It has to be the full Panama Canal Transit. So again, I recommend you go to the FAQ. We've gotten these amazing Princess reps to be able to share with everybody the latest and greatest. I will tell you there are no changes for Canada at this moment in time. I think the one thing we've all learned is to pivot and be flexible. So we have updated guidelines. These do not apply, okay? Any voyage that begins, ends, or visits Canada continue to have the same requirements, okay? So please go, again, we have a vaccine and testing requirements page at princess.com, and you can see the requirements by region, because these are really based on destinations and countries, what they tell us we can or cannot do. So I wanted to make sure, because as you know, we have a lot of Alaska voyages that start in Canada. And so it's really critical that everybody knows the differentiator, because I think it's amazing news. We want to make sure you're sharing this great news and the good word, right? So we've got great assets for you. You've got the QR code there. You can scan and download the flyer, because we really want to tell folks cruising is back, and we at Princess are welcoming everybody on board. our onboard family, those teammates are eager, very eager to welcome back your clients and our valued guests. So for the webinar today, I really want to focus on Princess Groups. We are in the midst of a group blitz. So I actually had a dedicated webinar that we host every 2 weeks, and we launched our group blitz on September 6th, ironically. The group blitz will run through the 31st of October. Now, why is that exciting? I will go through the details because we have added hundreds of voyages with accelerated TCs. One of the things that I found when I joined Princess was how generous our group terms are, how they truly are best in class. They're extremely flexible, easy to set up and manage, and more important, very automated. We know your time is effort, but the most important thing is the best way to base load business for us, and this is for 2023, is really to go after that group business. It makes your life easy, our life easy. So we just talk about the types of groups that obviously we accept. So affinity, those are shared interests, common goals. I think you all know what those affinity groups are. And we have tremendous amounts of programming on board that support these themed cruises. So we're going to give you some examples of them. Obviously, if you have open promotions, those are speculative groups. We have a lot of our clients, travel partners that book these groups, and then they just go ahead and promote it. That's a big thing. Not just blocking the group, but really promoting and leveraging the group space, the pricing that you have, because again, best in class group policies allow for the consumer facing amenities to be protected. That is huge because it allows you to have this confidence to promote the group space. Consortia, what are those? Our national accounts group. So the majority of our travel partners belong to some national account and they're affiliated. And those headquarters, they go ahead and set up their own headquarter level groups, right? So any of those national account members can sell into the headquarter group. So part of this group blitz allows you to supplement. So not just using your national account headquarter groups, but you can create your own groups and really leverage all of these great group blitz exceptions that we are putting in the marketplace. And then the last group types obviously are incentive business. It's coming back. Sales awards, employee appreciation, corporate meetings. Why? Now more than ever, the value of cruising with everything that's included makes corporate meetings very much part of our new future and our new dynamic. So let's talk about what is this Princess Group competitive advantage. When I got here, I was wowed. Again, best in class, the flexibility. So let's start with, and we're just going to give you a couple pointers of what it is that we feel we really need to focus on. First of all,
Hey,
it's
Carmen,
pricing.
Carmen,
right?
sorry, it's
Yes.
Danielle. We're just seeing the Dreaming of Escape slide. I don't know if you're on to another slide, but.
Oh, I am. My goodness. I'm on slide 10. Interesting. Okay. So I am in the studio in Fort Lauderdale. So I have Vanessa. So it's interesting because Dreaming of Escape was actually our video. And you know, in this format, we talked about it, it really does not work. For some reason, the video just doesn't play. So let me go ahead and try going through it again. Do you see it now? We're on the Princess Group competitive advantage.
Yes, we see it now.
Okay. Excellent. So my sincere apologies. I would go back, but I think we've come a long way. And what I can do is make sure that you've got the first slides. We were talking about group types. And ironically, the first part of the webinar, I talked about the FAQs, right? And I think, you know, with health and safety, we can talk through those, and those are available, again, on our website. So we've got it pretty clear for everybody to access. So group blitzing is really what this is about. And we talked about the different group types. So want to make sure we talk about the advantage. So we're actually at the heart of it. So it's perfect timing. Thank you for letting us know. So it's about pricing, the advantage of pricing. So it includes the option to upgrade to Princess Plus and Princess Premier. So we're going to talk about the different fare standard types that we have introduced in the group environment, because again, there are some groups that want to have all the bells and whistles and some that don't. They just want basic lead-in pricing. So we've made it so easy and so accessible that you and group leaders, if you so choose, if you have an affinity group, have the option of customization, and everybody wants options. So that's what we've done. No group deposit for both. That's required for up to 16 beds. So again, we wanted to stick with this group blitz, changing our paradigm. finding a way to make it easy for you to understand and embrace all of these incredible advantages that the Princess Group competitive advantage is. Group amenity points, they add value. It is at no cost to your agency. All of these consumer-facing group amenity points, you take out a group and the group falls below the 8 or 5 standard, it doesn't matter. You can have just one stateroom sold out of your group because it did not take off. We will still protect that consumer-facing amenity that you've chosen. What does that do for you? It gives you the confidence to take out the group space, whether it's affinity or speculative, and go ahead and promote it. That is the key. The quicker that you promote, the faster that you get the word out, the quicker that you're going to sell. Because the reality is when you obtain that first deposit, that deposit really holds your entire group. It's pretty awesome. The better part is the combinability. This is where I had to do an extra pause and ask the team, am I hearing this right? Combinable with most of our limited time offers, as long as you're outside of final payment. So many of you know we run these LTOs, limited time offers. It could be a reduced deposit. It could be an advantage with a shipboard credit. And we normally run them from 3 to 5 days. If you book your clients on these limited time offers in individual, we can bring them into the group so they do not get any type of, they get a benefit, right? They don't have to worry. They can book an individual. That price is protected. So is the LTO, which is very, very important. So when you talk about, again, all of these advantages, the combinability, what does it mean? It means it just adds up to more value for your clients. So let's couple examples of what we can combine, right? Why it makes it so rich. So if we have a Princess Cruise sale and we have reduced deposits, $900 onboard sailings, it's combinable, right? When we have a shareholder benefit of up to $250 of spending money, it's combinable. Our military benefit is combinable. Future cruise deposits, up to $100 onboard spending money, which they would get with our future cruise deposit promotions, it's combinable with your group, whether it's Princess Rewards program for referring, so the Refer a Friend program. Again, Princess Plus or Princess Premier, the fare bundles, we'll talk about that. And then, of course, all of our group amenities. All of this combinability just makes it that much richer for you to really get very, very excited about positioning this to your clients. Again, we protect the amenities from booking one. And the best part, we know time is money and how much stress you have to keep up with all of the changing policies and different brands and different suppliers. By the way, we don't want to be a supplier to you. Princess wants to be your partner, and partnership is very different, and it's a two-way street. And that's why we've made our group policies so best in class, so user-friendly, and we want to make sure that you are able to open and manage your groups on Polar Online. About 95% of our groups are done on Polar Online. It is a shocker. That way you have all of the access to your groups and you pretty much customize. So some of the best group prospects. During the group blitz, I got lots of questions from our travel partners saying, I haven't done groups in a very, very long time. I'm just focused on getting our business back in the agency. But now that we have a little bit of breathing room, protocols are changing, things are lifting, life is returning to a sense of let's get back in there. So one of the best sections is multi-generational groups. We have great success with this. And there's this pent-up desire in that arena. Think of how many, I don't call them bucket lists, I call it life list events that we have missed. Family birthdays, anniversaries, you know, you name it. There have been some real milestones that have not been celebrated. So multi-generational groups we have great success with. Health and wellness, just the facilities that we have on board our beautiful Princess ships lends itself to these programs. Super excited about it, what it happens. And of course, we are the love boat, dare I say. I tell everybody, before I joined the industry, the reason I joined the industry, 1981, I won't, even though Danielle was kind to say over 3 decades, it's really over 4, was because Princess, you know, was, is, and will always be the love boat. We are pretty much, it's synonymous, right? You think of the love boat and you think of Princess Cruises. So weddings are a natural. Celebration groups, That's the hidden gem and secret of today's webinar. When I get into the exclusive nature of celebration groups, how easy we have made it for you, pretty exciting. And I think everybody knows we at Princess lead when it comes to destination and cultural immersion through the places and the gorgeous places that we live. So history and art enthusiasts absolutely love, love, love our group programs. So let's talk about what we currently do. Obviously, our groups are 8 groups per month across all trades. And we say trades are destinations. So every month we've limited it to 8 groups. But this is where the group blitz through 31 October will allow flexibility because we have changed that. So stand by, operators, standing by to show you how we have lifted that restriction. Minimum of 10 beds up to 250 beds. So that's pretty a long range of amounts of staterooms, and we're talking beds, so that's 5 staterooms to 125 staterooms or cabins. You earn a tour conductor credit for every 16 full fare lower berth guests. And then again, those group amenity points that you can use to customize your offerings to your groups. So part of the group blitz required us to do a refresh on our group amenities. I think everybody knows this technology of MedallionClass has really given us an ability to have a unique selling proposition and a differentiator as a brand. It sets us aside because it allows us, even on a ship our size, to have personalization. But I don't want people to get lost in the technology, because at the end of the day, the technology is just there to allow our onboard team, family, teammates to become personally involved with the voyage for your clients, to know them by name, know their presence, ensure that it is a simple and easy form of travel. So this medallion access is fantastic. And many of you have asked if you've cruised on Princess. Many of your clients have said, boy, I would love, because every cruise that you have on Princess, they will receive their medallion prior to cruising. And many of them have loved these accessories that we have on sale on board. Now we've added them to the group amenities because they're that popular. I mean, it's like jewelry. You'll have bracelets with the medallion, a beautiful necklace as an option. So they have so many different adorable ways for your clients to really display their medallion. And if you're not sure what the MedallionClass app can do in getting ocean ready, we'll talk about that. But these accessories will be available to add starting October of this year. So right at the point that we have 1 month left for our blitz, and they will be applicable for voyages starting in January 1st of 2023. And then you can see some of the other opportunities when you have guest gifts that you can use. And we really designed it so that the points value, you know, you can get items for as little as 1 point. So I think that's really important, whether it's a photo credit or if you want chocolate dipped strawberries for just 1 point. We want to make sure that we had enough options and value so that, again, it's one size fits one, not one size fits all. So any group that you take out with us, they can all be different, because by the way, you're able to qualify the needs of your group. And in some cases, it might be the tour conductor for your profitability's sake. So let's say that you're doing a spec group. It's an open promotion, so it's not like groups that know each other. That's a great option because you can buy down the TCs. So let's talk about celebration groups. So these were amazing. So we started celebration groups November of 2021. Why? We created this specific celebration group program for groups that are smaller inside, right? So they have to be small groups. So it's top of mind, right? So it's normally focused on family and friends that are celebrating milestones, birthday. What makes this program so unique, and by the way, we have an ambassador to our celebration program, and that's Jill Whelan. So I think all of you remember Jill if you watched The Love Boat in the 70s. She was Vicky Stubing, Captain Stubing's daughter. So she is an ambassador to the celebration group program for us here at Princess. This really just allows flexibility to customize offerings to your clients' needs. And again, it's the ease of creation and management of the group, especially in the family arena. So these are pretty staggering stats, right? These statistics. 500 million plus have celebrated birthdays with Princess. 10 million plus have celebrated anniversaries with Princess. And 1 in 4 guests are celebrating a special occasion when they're sailing with us. So this is the perfect market. If you haven't tried doing groups with us, this is how you want to break in. Super simple. So let's talk about celebration groups. Price. So the price is standard. It defaults to standard pricing. This is no bells, no whistles, just the lowest standard price that we offer on the voyage, and it is on your group contract. You have that option, again, making sure we have options that you can upgrade to Princess Plus or Princess Premier, even in celebration groups. The most exciting thing is it is locked in the rate until the group sales, which is really important when you're having a family reunion. And I don't know about your family, but boy, are there changes. My family, we constantly sail over the holidays, and there's a million people that make up their mind to go at the last minute, or they want to do a name change. Celebration groups on Princess really accommodate this. The allocation, so it's a minimum of just 5 staterooms, right? So they're smaller groups, so you don't have to have the 8, you can have 5. And the maximum is 20 staterooms, okay? The allocation is guaranteed for 60 days from when you open the group. So this is pretty spectacular because it falls upon the same blitz period that we have through October 31st, but you can have celebration groups even when we're not doing a group blitz. We're just going to tack this on to our group blitz because this is such a creative way to do these groups. And again, there's no bulk deposit. What does this mean? Block your celebration group, and guess what? Start promoting. You have 60 days to do so, okay? This is the exclusive part of celebration groups. We add 2 additional amenity points, okay? This is wonderful because it lets you have new group amenity point options that we talked about. So kind of like those MedallionClass accessories. So the TC ratio is default of 1 for 16. You can reduce for 1 for 10, 1 for 12, or 1 for 14 TC with these points. So again, name changes. This is also exclusive to celebration groups, and very, very, I got to tell you, this is probably the part that everybody loves the most, because you could do complete stateroom cabin name changes on a booking, and it's allowed up to 21 days prior to sailing date. So these are great for family groups or friends and family groups. Again, these affinity groups that want to travel together. You want the group leader, it might be somebody in the family, and things change, right? Maybe from when you blocked the group and thought you'd have summer vacation, now you don't have summer vacation. The ability to do complete name changes in a cabin without any type of penalty up to 21 days prior is one of the most user-friendly options that celebration groups provide us. And then, of course, spaces were called 61 days after the group is open. You've got that time. You can block staterooms with just 1 stateroom deposit. Super simple to do. And again, you have the 60 days without the bulk deposit required so that you're able to properly promote it. So let's talk about other exclusives within celebration groups. And again, why it is, in my personal opinion, the way to go. If you're just re-entering the group arena to promote, this is the way to go. Highlight and focus. Become a specialist in celebration groups. That's probably the best selling tip I have for you, because these are easy to book, easy to have promotions on, and easy to communicate the value of the exclusivity and the flexibility, which I think is the really exciting point. So from a Princess Celebration Group standpoint, they're group dining. They have early access to Dine My Way. Why? Because some of these smaller groups of friends and family that are celebrating want to sit together, right? So they have early access. Once the bookings are deposited, you or the guests can start to confirm your dining arrangements for the group. And I think that's spectacular. So you don't have to wait for the whole group to be deposited. Just once everybody's deposited, you can start sharing what is it that we want to do. So dining is always huge for these type of celebration groups. So I always said to the team, well, how do we say it? Because it took me about 3 tries at understanding and immersing myself in our group business to see how simple it is. But how do I communicate that? And we really want to make sure you're using Polar Online. I said 95% of our groups are opened and managed on Polar Online. There's your QR code, by the way, that'll lead you to an amazing video of how to do it. So we're going to make it easy. We're going to walk you through it. Okay. So it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, and your group is created using Polar Online. So you can make your bookings and view your group details. Don't have to call in, Don't have to call the contact centers at any point. You can assign or change your amenity points up until final payment. So again, that option of choice is critical now more than ever. You can add your client's circle number and check for additional savings. Download the QR code. We actually have a training video that walks you through it, and I think it makes life much easier. So part of celebration groups, and by the way, this is available for all groups. We have a new loyalty and events manager. This specific teammate on board is a dedicated resource for onboard group needs. Think one of the reasons folks may not be as comfortable blocking groups is because if you're not sailing with your group, you might have a group leader. You're like, I cannot afford to be out of the office for 7 days or 14 days or 21 days, maybe even 3 or 4 days. So the ability to have this new loyalty and events manager on board makes your life easy because it is seamless. Once the group is on board, they're available on all of the Princess ships, on board as each ship returns to service, but more importantly, they are a dedicated resource. They reach out, contact your group leader or your group, and really make sure everything is set up. Why we took that? Because that was a big commitment in our behalf to know that operationally, we would have somebody dedicated. So as we started looking at groups, not just celebration groups, but all of our types of groups, and how do we remove anything that's causing angst or frustration. I like to call it struggle points, right? There's always something in operations that causes some struggle. And boy, our amazing travel partners have been through enough fatigue and struggle. So we said, here's our Princess promise. We will make it right. Whatever it is that you need, we're going to make it right. We want you to feel comfortable. So we went a step above. We created it as the Princess Group Promise as well. So effective this year, we're committed to ensuring the delivery of a personalized experience tailored specifically to your group needs while on board. And we're putting our money where our mouth is with that dedicated loyalty person on board that's going to handle all of these events. We will respond to any group inquiry before or after your group's cruise experience within 3 business days. If you're not satisfied, we promise to make it right. We are very, I would say, painfully and acutely aware of the importance that group business and travel partners that bring us group business, by the way, in any of those categories, whether it's the meetings and incentives, whether it's the headquarter groups that we hope you are really piggybacking on, whether it's true affinity groups taking advantage of something exclusive like we have at Princess celebration groups, or if it's just open promotion, speculative groups, because you want to make money, and by goodness, you deserve to make money. So this is our group Princess promise to you. We want to make sure we take the pain out of anything that would be promotional. So let's talk about pricing. So I want to talk about some of these updates. These were made literally a couple weeks ago, right? So our Princess pricing now defaults to Princess Standard. So Princess Standard is the fare code. We call it our no frills base fare. So again, options, customization, right? It's all about exclusivity, customization, options, what you offer as a value interpreter to your client. The ability, this has launched, it applies to 2023 and 2024, the Americas groups, right? So our destinations in the Americas. Effective for all new groups that are open starting September 19th. This is why today's group focus and the Group Blitz webinar for CLIA is so critical, because we're approaching quickly on this date. Want to make sure we educated everybody with all of these extra special things we've done to make groups so much easier. So we will do the new group code will be LGS. Prior code was LG1. I know this is more than you need to know. It's all on Polar. And this will include Princess Plus. So we're going to talk about Princess Plus, and then we added Princess Premier as well. So again, if they don't want to have standard, but they want to have Princess Plus or Princess Premier, which is, by the way, the 2 versions of additional amenities that they can have. So whether it's Wi-Fi, drink packages, again, it's all about personalization and customization. So upgrading group pricing has never been easier. Okay, you could apply one of these amenity codes to change group pricing, and it will not cost you any amenity points. Okay, so these are simply the fare codes to add Princess Plus. And by the way, we heard you as well, because you could add Princess Plus to first and second guests only, or if you want to add it, again, Princess Premier as well, you can. So we want to make your life easier. You can see we have the fare codes. They're available on Polar Online. Want to make sure we're removing angst and any confusion. So let's talk about the grouplets. So I mentioned it started and it runs through October 31st. And why is that important? It gives you plenty of time to block and start promoting. We have over 200 voyages that are featured. And what have we done? So here's where the fun is, right? This is where kind of like, I kind of say the rubber meets the road. Why is it so important to block these groups now? So we have opened up the allocation limits. Remember at the beginning of the webinar, I mentioned we had a limit of 8 per month. We now allow you to target a specific set of itineraries and promote most sailings on that itinerary for a given month. So we have opened it up to 24 groups per month. I think you would agree that is a large number of groups to have, and that is per month from 8 to 24. Again, we really wanted to open it up and have you kind of get in there and see how easy it is to promote and leverage these incredible new reduced TC ratios. So we've reduced TCs automatically on many of these voyages. So I'm going to show you the assets and the marketing information available so that you're able to get these flyers and use them, right? And get out there and know what you're going to identify. By the way, never fear. If you're one of our amazing Princess partners that already does groups for us, if your group was made prior to the grouplet's date, we will update the contracts with the lower ratio for you automatically. So look for your group contracts. I would just ask that you give the team a couple of weeks to catch up, because they're going to be doing a lot of going back and making sure that we've captured everybody. So what else have we done that's unique? So I think we said we upped the allocation from 8 to 24. We have done hundreds of voyages that are featuring reduced TCs. We have now waived first and second recalls, and amenity points are protected. So for all new groups that you open, again, we launched last week, the 6th of September, through the 31st, we will waive recalls, and this will be automatically reflected in the group. Recalls and amenity point reduction may return to original schedule after October 31st. So I want to call it out because I just want to say it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to pause on this slide to give you time, okay, to download the Group Blitz Toolkit. So we thought of everything. I want to thank Joe and Ann and the marketing team, trade marketing, because they worked very closely with our business development manager. That's step number 1. Work with your BDM wherever you are. And if you do not know who it is, please reach out to us and we will connect you. Open your group as early as possible so you're securing the most group amenity points. And also, more importantly, I want to make sure that you're looking at those hundreds of voyages where we have reduced TC counts. That's just more profitability for you. So 1, 2, and 3, you are an expert. Begin marketing to your clients. We want to make group business very easy. So easy as 1, 2, 3, download our Group Blitz Toolkit, which is really going to make your life much easier. So some of the tools that are available just to share. And again, these are all available at onesourcecruises.com. It's your one-stop shopping. We have the flyer with the amenities that I showed earlier, the celebration group flyer, which is fantastic, because I really think our celebration groups have been the best kept secret in the industry, and they truly are best in class. Our group program comparison. So we want you to know why it is that you want to block a group. What makes our groups that much more beneficial, right? We talk about fare types, because I know these are a lot. We've got new fare types in there, and the upgrade codes, because you want to know what is it that you need to do to become or go from standard to Princess Plus or Princess Premier. Our voyage list, which is critical. And I got to tell you, the social media assets, they are big. I have a lot of folks that follow me on social media, and I love many of our travel partners invite me to join and like their pages and their closed user groups, and they use all of our assets to promote these groups, because that is word of mouth. I mean, it is the third party, benefit of having folks. And then if you've joined me on some of my webinars that we host every 2 weeks with the team, Marsha Patrick, We call her the Queen of Princess Groups. I actually call her the group guru, right? Because she used to handle the group. She's our director of sales for the Western US and Canada. And I got to tell you, she has created her own Princess Group Travel on Instagram. So go ahead and follow her. Again, her expertise is second to none. She just makes it that much easier for you to do groups with us. And simple questions. You might have something really simple. You can't get a hold of your VDM. Folks are going on that new Instagram page since she launched it, and she is getting a lot of followers. And most important, engagement to make your life easier. So the group blitz. Now let's talk about what's new, right? We are truly riding the wave of technology. By the way, the wave of cruising is back and flexibility. So we want to make sure that you're aware of some of these changes, some of these initiatives that are new. So we introduced recently a Princess Upgrade. So some of you might have seen this. It's on our website. We actively launched it last week. And this is where guests bid for a stateroom upgrade at a price they're willing to pay, similar to an airline seat. It's for ocean view, balcony, deluxe balcony, mini suites, and even a full suite. So again, this is a great opportunity for you because you're going to earn commission if your clients take this, right? So there you've got the voyage legs. Booking is eligible when it's inside final payment period, and the bookings have to be paid in full. And guests have to be 21 and over if they're going to submit bids, and they can change or cancel the bids at any time before it's accepted. And then the guest bid on any stateroom category that is above the one that they're currently booked in. So these are automated emails, and how it works, bidding is on multiple staterooms, so they can have more than one type of chance for an upgrade. The guest is notified via email if their bid was accepted, and then they're simply charged for the upgrade. The bid is priced per person. It's based on 2 guests in a stateroom. Additional guests in a stateroom are upgraded without additional cost. So that's pretty spectacular. And again, we just launched this last week and it is selling like hotcakes. People are loving it. Most of the guests want to engage with this. It's really fantastic. By the way, that doesn't mean that we're going to get an upgrade every time because they might not be available, but at least we know who's interested. How to access it. If guests are 21 and over, they receive an email invitation from Princess, and it has a link to submit a bid. And by the way, guests can also access it via princess.com. You, their travel advisor, can also submit bids on their behalf using OneSource, Polar Online, or even princess.com. So I know many of you do not want to be left out, so you can be as integral as you want, or let your clients do it. It's all up to you. It really is exceptional service. They're handling bids for your clients is another way to really offer added value, and you earn repeat business. And again, you are a value interpreter. It just means more commission for you, right? Upgrade fare means more commission, standard overrides, increase on Princess protection. So it's all there. The vacation protection fees are also commissionable, right? Because there's going to be an added cost when they're bidding for an upgrade. So I just want to make sure. What was the rollout schedule? So it's not on every ship yet. We've launched it on 5 ships, and it will be fleet wide for all of our ships in service by the end of October. And again, we have training support. We know what you need. We want to make sure we're there for you to offer you what you need. Step-by-step training guide. We have FAQs because these are really popular. When we did the first webinar with Mitch, and he said he was shy, he was only going to take 10 minutes, and he took 40 minutes, but we had such phenomenal questions that were asked by you, our travel partners, really insightful. So we've written all those down and given you the FAQs, and we have a walkthrough video because again, we want to make it really easy. And again, you can always use Princess Answers on OneSource to get any type of training that you have. And so we talked about groups and these fares, right, that you're blocking and how we are defaulting to Princess Standard. Kind of call it good, better, best because you all are used to that kind of verbiage. So good is our standard price. It is a phenomenal price, lead-in price, but it has no frills, no bells and whistles. Princess Plus is better value. And then Princess Premier, which is new, we initiated and launched this earlier this year, is our best value. So if I break it down, just because you might not have sold a Plus or Premier, and this is again, extra commission. We're trying to find ways that we can truly ensure that you are back to profitability. So our standards, just no frills, everything that's included, medallion class, dining, accommodations, everything that's in our cruise. The better value Princess Plus is dining accommodation, same thing, medallion class, but we also have a beverage package included, Wi-Fi for a single device per person, and then crew appreciation. That's what we would consider gratuities. Then the Princess Premier that was just launched this year is same thing, dining, accommodations, medallion class. It has a Premier beverage package. Wait for it, because I'm going to break it down even more. It has the Wi-Fi, but up to 4 devices, has crew appreciation, which is gratuity. We had 2 specialty dining meals as well, photo package and princess prices that have been very, very well received. The photo package is very cool because it includes unlimited digital photos in the Medallion Class app, which is downloadable, plus 3 8x10 color prints. I don't know about you, but every time I go, by the way, this is about $125 value per stateroom, and it is included when they do Princess Premier. I mentioned holiday with the kids, and yes, we take 1,000 pictures on our cell phones, but do we ever print one? This is spectacular. You could have a family reunion, a special event, and you're coming back with 3 incredible portraits to display. Then the door portal promotion, which is part of Princess Prizes, is super cool because it's 1 in 5 spins win. They can check their TV to claim their prize. It could be onboard spending money, onboard experiences like a chef's table, free cruises, and we're actually doing $100,000 in cash once a year. So this has been very well. Again, 6 princess perks. There's the value. It's $156 of value each day for just $75 a day. And this we created because our guests wanted it. They were loving Princess Plus. Absolutely amazing. So this is your value proposition on a 7-day cruise, right? And again, based on the $60 per day, this is what Princess Plus is. If you look at a balcony, what is it? And there's your Princess Premier and all of the value that you get, right? So that's what's critical. So if you look at the pricing, it's easy to upsell. And where's the commission? Let's just say you're at a 10% base commission, okay? There's the commission. Look at the kind of commission you can earn by just upgrading to Princess Plus and Princess Premier, and your clients will thank you because that value is huge and it translates. So again, easy to upgrade. I'm gonna take a second. Again, this is being recorded, so you'll be able to know all of our folks have this. We've created it for the ability of guests 1 and 2 for both Plus and Premier. And now we've had the ability for you to add it to all guests, right? So even 3rds and 4ths in a room, if they want to go ahead and upgrade to Premier and to Plus, they can. And we have these fare codes and they are available for you. Again, what is that value getting you? Okay, so you will see in Princess Plus, obviously, the beverage package is up to $12 per drink and the 1 device, and again, gratuities. But then when you look at what you're getting with the Princess Premier, it's a value of up to $18 per drink, 4 devices, the specialty dining, the photo package, the princess prices. It just layers on a lot more value. And I'm very excited to announce this because pretty much, I think all of us in 2020, 2021, we kept inhaling, exhaling, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and then voyages were canceled. And your poor guests have been revolving with these future cruise credits year after year, and they were fast approaching their deadline of expiration. So great news, this just in, we've extended most of our FCCs. So the cash value refundable FCCs have been extended to December 31st of 2024. So folks, they have 2 calendar plus years to go ahead and take advantage of it. If they still want a full refund, it's still available for them upon request. Our Cruise with Confidence, which is our non-refundable FCCs, those have been extended through September 30th of 2023. So I think you all remember, we came out with Cruise with Confidence because there were so many folks saying, well, I'm afraid if I'm booking a cruise and then you cancel, or if I get sick and I can't go, can I get my money back? And we created Cruise with Confidence so that we would say yes, and we'll give it to you as non-refundable FCCs. Those have also been extended. The only thing that has not been extended is the bonus amounts. So those are not being extended. So if they want to use the bonus amounts, because they will expire December 31st of this year. So it's really important. Where do you find them? Again, I keep taking you to Polar Online because we want to make it nice and easy. From the main menu, you're managing your bookings. You can see your agency tools and your future cruise credit list. Okay, so how to find where FCCs and FCDs have been applied. absolutely phenomenal. It gives you the talking track, right, with your clients. So again, we're big on QR codes. I guess the whole world, when we stopped using menus at restaurants, we all went to QR codes. So we've become QR code experts. Okay, download the QR code, really easy to find an FCC list using Polar Online. And there's other time-saving tips, right? We have lots of videos, talked about the group, how to book a group on Polar. Besides that, we have so many videos that we provide you at onesourcecruises.com. And then, of course, our academy. I'd be remiss because I used to always hear about the Princess Academy from the outside looking in. And then I get here and I see the incredible range of course topics that are included, right? So how do you become an expert? It's over, did you see that number? 3 million courses that have been completed. So it's about destinations. It tells you about our onboard experience, what the medallion class is, what's everybody talking about. We share that technology. It's really great for first-time cruisers, sales promotion. There's just so much to cover. You can become an Alaska expert. And if I leave you with nothing else, please, Alaska 2020 through, we have the most amazing offers and values for Alaska for 2023 on those hundreds of voyages we have included with those accelerated reduced TCs. So I definitely focus on that. So as you know, we really believe it's the best training in the industry with the best rewards, free graduation cruise, elite level captain circle benefits when you're on board, and so much more. You get the onboard credit for completing the refresher course, which is really important. You get the priority placement in online travel advisor locator. So if you haven't done the Princess Academy, really important. I highly recommend you get on board and get that. There's nothing like it. Knowledge is power. And then again, all these social media tools that we have available for you to access, we make it really easy for you. You just go ahead, download it, and they're yours to use. And then I want to take a second because I know there's questions to be asked, but I kind of mentioned I got into this industry. I remember I watched Saturday nights, The Love Boat. There's Captain Stubing. Oh my God, I wanted to be Julie. So I got news for you. When The Love Boat came out in the 70s, and I'm dating myself now, it really put cruising on the map. And Princess is synonymous with The Love Boat. Well, let me tell you, here's what's exciting and here's what's on the horizon. The CBS original, The Real Love Boat, starts October 5th, hosted by Rebecca and Jerry, and they've actually been teasing this on their program, so it's so exciting. And we're going to have a whole bunch of launch stuff, and even in our webinar series, we're going to have all sorts of incentives for our travel partners to tune in every Wednesday night to watch The Real Love Boat. And I'll tell you what the best part is. The show is in between Survivor and The Amazing Race. So you're talking about an average 6 million eyeballs that will be on this show. What does that do? It is a rising tide. We're going to go ahead and write those coattails of this exposure. When it debuts, I am confident it will do to cruising what it did when the original Love Boat went out. So I want to make sure I bring it to everybody's attention. Now, we embedded a video here, and I'm not sure if it will work. And if it doesn't, I'll go to the thank you slide and take questions. But I really want to make sure you're all aware of this because you got to also remember, this is going to be Wednesday nights. It's going to run for 10 weeks, 8 million eyeballs or more, actually 16 million, because it's 8 million households tuning in and putting cruising on the map. And it's super, some of you might have seen the trailers, super excited. Not sure if it'll play.
Yeah, we can see it, but we're just not able to hear it.
Well, you can get excited then.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because it talks about the romance. It is all about to get real. So very exciting. And you'll see this gorgeous backdrop. Did you see all of that promotion of Princess? And they're a couple, by the way. So they talk about what did they do on their summer vacation? Guess what? They went cruising. Live and on-demand streaming on CBS. So super excited about The Real Love Boat, but currently our Love Boat sale is happening, which includes $100 in excursion credit, drinks, Wi-Fi, and more. And by the way, through October 31st, because we really wanted to take advantage of the ability of this Real Love Boat on CBS airing. And I'm telling you, this is going to be the next best thing to rise the tide of cruising, to put cruising back on the map. And we are back. So we're super excited. And I'm sure Clea is going to be as excited to support us in this great opportunity. And it's not just the princess play. I truly believe the Real Love Boat will put the industry back where it needs to be, in the leader slot. So I have great faith and confidence that this is going to be a big winner for all of us. I want to make sure you're jumping on board the bandwagon, ride our coattails of the Princess Real Love Boat on the 5th of October. And those 10 weeks, we're looking forward to huge numbers of bookings. But more importantly, we created the group blitz now so you can start preparing for when that airs. You already got your open promotions, your spec groups, and you're going to maximize for October, the whole month, and 2023 Alaska, and those hundreds of voyages where we've added amenity points. We've made it so flexible, so easy, extended 60 days. I mean, I don't know what else we can do. Accelerated TCs. We're setting you up for success. The rest is up to you. So I want to thank you. By the way, that's a shot of all of our folks on board. That's me with my lovely daughter at the Rock of Gibraltar. I want to remind you why it is that we do what we do. We're global citizens and we are back. Travel is back. And it's time to really enjoy, take a deep breath. Cruising is back. Get your clients back on board. Every day it gets better. We're removing all those obstacles and protocols and requirements. We want people to get back into the rhythm of life and being a global citizen. So I want to thank you all for your attention and for joining us today. And if there are any questions, I'm happy to take them. And I tried to speak as fast as I could so I could get it in even with a little delay.
Thank you so much, Carmen. That was awesome. And yes, I am very excited for the new Love Boat show. That looks incredible. So very exciting things. We do have a couple of questions here. Our first one is from Stephanie Washington, and she's wanting to know if one person wants to upgrade to Princess Plus or Premier when booking a group, does everyone in the group have to upgrade as well?
No, you can do one individually if they so choose.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
But it's the whole room. You can't just do one guest unless it's a solo guest. It has to be both first and second guest in that room. But even if you have, let's say, 8 rooms and they don't all want to do it, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. The next question is from Scott Layton, and he's wanting to know if the guests do upgrade to Premier or Plus, is the Wi-Fi a faster speed or is it all the same Wi-Fi speed?
So it's the same Wi-Fi. The difference is the number of devices. And when I heard, Princess Premier has 4 devices, I thought to myself, who would have 4 devices? And then I started thinking about it. I got my Kindle, I got my work phone, I got my personal cell phone, and I've got my laptop. I could even use a 5th device if necessary, if I wanted to bring my personal iPad. So that's the difference, is the quantity of devices between one and the other. And Princess Premier, from the drink perspective, Scott, is up to $18 versus Plus is up to $12.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, so the next question is from Sandra, and she's looking to get through to somebody in agency registration. It looks like she has someone that's interested in an Alaska cruise, but has been unable to get in contact with someone in agency registration. Is there someone you can connect her with?
Does that mean Sandra isn't registered with us? I want to make sure I understood the question. So she's a first-time agency that wants to register with Princess. Is that correct?
It looks like that's what she is saying. Sandra, can you just give us some more clarifying details?
Yeah, so because you're not in it, go ahead and send me an email. By the way, I'm not shy to give my email. I've had my email on social media. I've had it in a lot of places, and you'd be surprised. Sandra, send me an email. It's C for Carmen and my last name, ROIG, at Princess Cruises, that's plural, Princess Cruises, because we want you to sell lots of them, .com. Send me an email. I'll make sure I get you with our sales support team, so we let you know what it is that you need. Also, let you know who your business development manager is, so that they can ensure that they're aligning and contacting you to help you grow your book of business with Princess. Look forward to partnering with you.
Thank you so much. Okay, this next question is from Nancy Binder, and she is wanting to know when 2024 cruises will appear and can be booked.
So we already opened the Americas. So that's already open, 23, 24. So the Americas is, what we call domestic, close to home. But you're probably talking the more exotic ones. And I would say probably November. Don't hold me to that date because it really depends. As a matter of fact, we're having a huge unveiling this Thursday, as a matter of fact, on the 15th of our next class of Princess Ship, the next generation of Princess Ship. So look for that on Thursday night and Friday. We'll be doing a big splash with it. And I think it's because we need that ship up and running, and then we'll open up all of the exotics, but looking forward to it. But we
Okay,
still have
great.
Alaska 23. Did I tell you we need Alaska help in 23? Nancy, help me here.
Okay, perfect. It looks like that was our last question, unless anyone has any other questions to ask. But Carmen, did you want to part with any last words for our attendees today?
My sincere appreciation for your amazing support, your resilience, your loyalty. We're in it with you. We do not want to be a supplier. We want to be a partner in your business and your return to business and profitability. So on behalf of the entire Princess family, whether we're on board or ashore, our sincere appreciation for everything you've done on our behalf, and the best is yet to come. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Carmen, from Clea. And also, yes, to echo Carmen's statement, thank you all for joining our call today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And just a reminder, this webinar has been recorded, and we'll go ahead and post it on our YouTube channel. Thank you all so much, everyone. Have a great day.